Hi everybody! I just wanted to make a quick little update video to keep you all in the loop about some of the really exciting things that are going to be happening and coming to this channel in the new year. So the first thing that I want to get out of the way right off the bat is that the main content on this channel, so like the main video essays that you all know and love, are not going to change. So don't worry about that. So the first big change that I'm really excited to announce is that I am going to be bringing on full-time the wonderful Charlie Flowers as an editor for my videos going forward. So he and I have been working together over the past few months. He has worked on the past couple of videos that I've done, and he and I just work really well together. I think we're a really great team, and I'm just really excited to be able to bring him on full-time and have a dedicated editor. I don't know if you can hear the cat Charlie, not the editor Charlie, playing under the door. The boy, come here. Come here, Charles. You don't have to keep any of this in. The second exciting thing that I wanted to announce is that I am going to be moving all of my live streaming from Twitch to YouTube. Now, there are several reasons for this, and I'm not going to get into all of them, but basically, I know that my main audience... Charles! But I do know that my main audience is here on YouTube, and so it just sort of makes sense to have everything here in one location so that it's super easy and you don't have to like go to any other places, especially not Twitch, because I know there are a lot of people who just refuse to use Twitch, which is totally fine. So all of my live streams will be on this channel, and then the VODs, or basically the like recordings of the streams, will be up saved over on my second channel, Zoe C. So I hope that you are looking forward to that. The third thing that I am really excited to announce is that I'm going to be introducing some new ways to support me and support the channel if you are interested in that. So I've had several people message me or, DM me on Twitter and say, hey, Zoe, I would love to support you, but I don't use Patreon. What are some ways that I can support you? And so I have implemented what is called YouTube channel memberships, which is very, very similar to Patreon, except it is integrated into YouTube. It is a YouTube specific thing. And those memberships are actually going to be as close to one-to-one with the Patreon tiers as I can get them. Obviously on two different platforms, not everything can be the same. There's just different kinds of integrations and things, but I have made the tiers as similar as possible, and they're for the same price. You can choose which platform you would like to support me through and get very similar things. Now, I will have a chart probably over here that will list some of the perks and things that are similar and different between the memberships and the Patreon tiers. That way you can choose which one you would prefer depending on which perks you would like. And one thing that you will notice, which is the fourth thing on my list of exciting things, is that there's some new extra content that I'm going to start making, that I've actually started making now, and which will continue in force in 2022. And that new content comes in the form of director's commentary for videos. So that is where I and Charlie Flowers, the editor, will sit down and record commentary for each video that we put out. We'll talk about things like the production process, how the writing process went, how I came up with ideas, why he made some of the editing decisions that he made, things like that. So if you're interested in that kind of behind the scenes content, that will be available to both patrons and members. There's also supporter only live streams. So there will be live streams that are just for members and other live streams that are just for patrons. And there will also be live streams for everybody. I'm hoping to do live streaming about weekly, probably 3 or 4 times a month. And those will be, you know, some for members, some for patrons, some for everybody. And the other thing that is going to be new is what we're calling extra stuff. And the reason why it is called that, and not something more specific, is because this extra stuff will be different every time. So the extra stuff will be a companion video for each main series video that we put out. And the companion video will be related to that main video in some way, either in content or topic, but it'll be something different every time. So for instance, just to give you an example of what this might look like, for this video that we're going to be putting out here shortly, the extra stuff is an analysis and sort of reaction to a couple of PragerU videos. And when the main video comes out, you'll see why that's what the extra stuff is. But if you're interested in those kinds of extras, then that extra stuff will be available to the $5 and up tiers for both Patreon and the YouTube members. But otherwise, you can pause the video and take a closer look at this chart here and see what some of the specifics are as far as what patrons get and what members get. Now, like I said, this extra stuff is just in addition to the main content. It is not going to take the place of the main content. It is not, you know, I'm not going to be spending less time on the main content so I can focus on this stuff. That is not what is happening here. As I mentioned about 6 months ago, I have started doing YouTube full-time, and because of all of the wonderful support from all of you, I am able to dedicate more and more of my time to doing this main content. And, you know, any time that I would spend at, you know, a second job or whatever, I don't have to do that. So now I can dedicate that time to this extra content. And especially now because I am able to hire an editor to do that editing work for me that usually takes me such a very long time and so much stress. I don't have to do that anymore either. And so because of all of this support from all of you, I am able to make extra stuff and do some really cool stuff. There is some just such exciting things that are going to be coming to the channel in 2022. There's going to be different collaboration projects that I think you all are gonna love. I'm really excited for those. And there's gonna be more live streams where we can do Q&As and chat and write poems and play games and do all that kind of stuff. And there's some really, really cool videos that I am currently working on. They're currently in the works that are gonna be a lot, but they're gonna be great, and I'm really excited, and I think you are all gonna really like them. And I'm really excited to be able to take these kinds of creative risks and do all of this really cool stuff, and I'm only able to do it because of your support. Both, you know, the folks over on Patreon, but also just the likes and the subscribes and the comments and all of the stuff over on Twitter and everything, where you are all just so kind and supportive. And I am just so thankful for every single one of you and all of the support that you have given me over the past year and a half. 2021 was a whirlwind of a year. And now that I have my feet under me a little bit better, I think that 2022 is gonna be, it's gonna rock, it's gonna be great. I'm so excited about all of the things that are coming this year, and I hope that you're all excited as well. And I just want to thank you all for sticking with me, and I hope you all have a wonderful holiday season, whatever holidays you celebrate or do not. And I hope that you all stay safe and stay warm, and I will see y'all again soon, I hope. Bye, folks. Yeah, no, I think we should all just ignore these dots that are unavoidable.